Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Arkansas RC newbie, and on today's episode we have got the 1/10 scale F1 Oracle Red Bull Racing Max Verstappen race car on the workbench. We've been talking about wasn't too impressed on the real-time review. Okay, the car is super scale. It doesn't go fast enough. The steering's not the greatest. So the plan today is to pull it apart a little bit, look at the innards, look at the guts, and see if we can kind of do any upgrades to this thing. Maybe, just maybe, there'll be some type of way that we can kind of modify or finagle putting a fast motor in this thing. All right, guys, so if you're interested, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, stick around. Let's get into it. So the plan after the real-time review, I thought it was going to be faster. You know, I thought the turning radius was going to be better. I thought all that stuff, and it just wasn't. So it was kind of a letdown. And now's the time, after we got those two videos out, it's time for some upgrades or actually start looking at this thing. Would I buy it again based on its performance? Had I watched, say, my YouTube channel previous, and I was like, man, should I buy that thing? I probably won't, because I wouldn't, because I like to go fast. And I want something that's really fast, especially if it's a race car, you know. I want it to be very fast. And this thing, although it does have some cool features, it's got the speaker on the transmitter that makes the awesome engine noise. It's got the really cool wheels and tires. Everything is super scale. It wouldn't be for me. So let's see if we can pop this body off. I think I've got all 80 Phillips unscrewed. Maybe missed one or two here and there. Okay. They are just snapped in there. All right, I can't see this. Let me see if I can undo this real quick for you guys. We're going to unplug the speaker. We'll show you guys that. The speaker's massive, you know. That's massive. I'm surprised there's not a sub that goes with that guy. That's a massive speaker for the size of this RC car. Now let's start looking at the goodies here. All right, so the motor looks to be... I'm going to go with maybe a little bit smaller than a 540 can, so I don't know for sure if we can actually fit a 540 or a 550 in this thing. I do have a brushless motor sitting over here that we're going to, I don't really want to say mock up because I'm just not too sure based on this design if we can actually mock it up in there. Let's see if we can remove this cover. Okay, I see that motor. They sure do make it difficult to get into this thing. Let's pull him out of there. That looks to be good news. That's a small can is the only problem. But if we can actually fit this guy, or fit another motor in there, I'm going to go out to get another motor, and we're going to see. That's a brass pinion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8-tooth pinion on a little bitty motor. All right, let me get my other motor over here. We're going to see if we can actually maybe fit that inside this box here, or the motor mount. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of size comparison before we see if this will fit. This is the stock motor here, okay? And this is a 540 Hobby Wing Quick Run Fusion SE. This is an all-in-one. This is an awesome, this is a BEC connected to it. This is an all-in-one, so you don't need an ESC. Basically, this right here is your ESC. You got your controls here. Great crawling motor. Look at the size difference. That's a massive size difference, big time. I don't know if I have any fast brush motors. All right, now this here claims, this is the Hosim Super Fun Basher. This claims that it is a 1/10 scale, but everybody was calling shenanigans, say it's more of a 1/12. Look at the size of that. They're the same exact width. A little bit longer on the Hosim, but it's brushless, and we have a Dremel and a Dream and a soldering station. All right, so for any of these things, you guys probably hopefully you guys watched the real-time review on the Hosim. Very cool basher, affordable basher, ready to run. Comes with a 2S LiPo battery. But it just has the habit of breaking where it should be. It has these little points where it's like, hey, we're meant to break here. Let's go ahead and break. If you guys watch the real-time review, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is we're just going to borrow the motor out of this, okay? All right, so we've got the motor here with a little bitty brushless motor, and there's no SSBW. There's no numbers on this either. On the last video, when I was pointing it out with this motor, it just has letters and numbers and different things on there. So what we're going to do with this guy is we are going to clip the positive and negative off there. All right. Like I said, I do have Well, heck, we might not even need that. But I do have a soldering station, so we might have to do some soldering. I don't think we will, though. Yeah, so the shafts are different sizes. Okay, now here's going to be my pinion tooth. Let me grab some other pinions I've got. I think the more pinions, the faster it goes, right? Let me grab my other pinions real quick and see what we have and if there's anything a lot smaller than that. Okay, so sadly, well, I don't know. I was going to say sadly I don't have a massive selection, but this is a 21 tooth pinion. All right, let's get that rear end over here and see if that's going to work. See how small that is? I'm going to have to knock that motor over a little bit. Ugh. I mean, the only way to do this is going to be to actually try to fit it in there. Okay, we're going to cut this off. Cut this whole back plate off. So I went to the shed to go look for a motor because I know I had some big brushless ones or brushed ones. And I found this thing. I went, oh crap, I forgot about the Hosim. Yeah, so a little bit more trimming and we're going to be fit. You guys ready to have your minds blown? Check this out. That's an empty package, but that's a cordless rotary tool. Right there, Walmart. And it comes with some different attachments. How cool is that, huh? USB-C charged. Has a light on that thing. My dad got me this for Christmas. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy and we're going to see if we can Dremel that out a little bit. All right. I don't know if you guys can even see in there again. But we've got it all wallered out. Put a little grub screw on this pinion and see if she catches now. How awesome is that going to be if it actually lines up and works, huh? She's wanting to line up in there. You can kind of, I don't want to break this, but you can kind of see the gears in there. Can you not? See them in there? It is just such a pain in the butt. If it wasn't plastic on plastic, we'd be cooking by now, I'm sure. We're catching, guys. We are catching. We're catching. Oh my gosh, we're in. Oh, come on, baby. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bolt this down, and we're going to do a little test run. Guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So it keeps me going. Appreciate that. I'm hoping that that pinion's going to work. It really seems, it's a 21 tooth. It really seems like it's lining up. I want to make this F1 car just as fast as you guys want me to. Okay. If this works, we are going to get some glue and just glue this guy completely in. Of course, we're going to do a little bit more, not adjustments, but we're going to do some more finagling with it just to keep all this together. The only issue right now, like I said, what I'm worried about is the gears actually catching. Because when I do that, I think the plastic gears aren't meshing up well enough with that pinion to actually like make really good contact with it. Either that, there's a lot of movement in that gear still, and if I squeeze that though, it doesn't go because there's not enough force with the plastic to actually. There we go. It's spinning right there. Oh, buddy, here we go. Let me hook up the Hosim. If this works, dude, we're gonna have one fast little car. Because this thing hauls butt. All right, those are connected. Battery's connected. Okay. I'm gonna have to go very slow here. We have the right transmitter. All right, I'm gonna squeeze this very tightly. You guys see that? I'm gonna squeeze it super tight so it doesn't slip. No! Don't tell me I stripped them. Okay, good. They're not stripped. Whew. They're not stripped. Must have got some movement in there. Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, it looks like what's happening is the shaft on the motor is making contact to the rear diff. So either I have to pull this, let me just right now, I can't believe this is great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that pinion gear a little bit more forward because it's taking chunks out of the diff, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to pull the motor back a little bit to see if this is actually plausible, which obviously it's working, and somehow, I don't know, somehow son of a gun is like working, dude. It's lined up. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. This is the kind of stuff I love. This is the reason why RC stuff is awesome, you know, and just being able to have the available stuff and different companies supporting the channel and people supporting the channel and hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. It's awesome because I'm able to actually do this, you know. It's cool. Yeah, that's what I want. That right there is what I want. That's what we want, guys. All right. So we know it works. Oh my gosh. So we know it works. That's going to be freaking legit. I just got to make sure that I route out the can here. We're going to call it the can where the motor goes into, and we get it centered, because if you guys can see that, she's a little crooked right now. We need it completely centered. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to center this guy up, and then we're going to go from there. Oh yeah. All right. Put this camera on me. We're going to get this guy all hooked up, and if you guys want to continue to watch the progress, please turn those notifications on, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and man, we're going to do some things. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get ready to make all this stuff work, but I was curious if I could actually run those servo wires, if I can actually run those into the collar that was kind of intended for. And if not, I'll just add on to them. Man, I appreciate you guys watching. As always, stuff like this gets me excited. Hopefully it gets you guys excited too, and you show your boys some love. But, man, I guess what I can say is we will see you guys on the next one. Hope to see you there. Next episode should be, if nothing goes wrong, next episode should be this guy going a lot faster than we're used to. All right, guys. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.